I want to be remembered as somebody who cared for everyone.
Not only did we live through it, we were part of this. We made a difference. I mean, this is huge.
I had dreams of being in the theater world and going to New York and becoming an actor, and now I have dreams of going to law school and fighting for equality. I remember the day that the Goodridge decision came down, and I remember, you know, oh my God, gay marriage is legal in Massachusetts.
A friend of mine and our partners got together and we were talking about how great it would be if marriage came to fruition, but we didn't really think it would be a possibility. And then we decided we can't just sit on the sidelines. If not us, then who?
I can look into the future and I can say, you know, one day I could have a husband, which, you know, a few years ago was not something it wasn't something I would even think about.
I can remember the very first time when the media frenzy came from all over the world. There were media credentials from China and Japan, and then the crowds were yelling and screaming.
It ended up being much more involved, much longer, and far more rewarding than anything we ever thought was going to happen.
And we talked to thousands and thousands of, you know, hundreds of thousands of people across the state. You have to take your personal life out of it, and you have to, you know, look at it as the bigger picture. We had people who would literally follow me down the sidewalk with their Bibles, telling me that I was going to hell for what I was doing. And then we also had people that would, you know, invite, please come and sit down at our dinner table. I want to talk to you about this. What else can I do? Can I give you money?
Being able to change your mind is powerful. There's a lot of talk now about politicians flip-flopping on issues and things like that.
The gay issue never ever approached or came into my life in any way, shape, or form.
And I think it took a lot of courage for them to do that.
I'll never forget the day I was riding into work, and a very good friend of mine called, a very strong supporter, and she said, "Paul, I need you." She said, "Paul, my daughter is gay, and we didn't know what was wrong with my daughter, and there wasn't anything wrong with her." And she said, "I know the way you feel, and I know what you've done in the past, and I need you to change your vote on this issue." And I said, "Lynn," I said, "you can sleep easy tonight."
He started talking to this representative, and he shared the fact that his son was gay, and because his son felt such shame, he had attempted suicide. And this father, you could just hear the pain and the passion in his voice. And he wasn't being overly dramatic, but he said, "I just left my office and came down here to speak to you today to tell you that I'm a parent who cares whether or not my son lives, but also that he is able to live and love freely." That legislator today says that that was a defining moment for him. I get up early for the con-cons, absolutely.
There's a lot of people who probably couldn't even tell their parents that they were there that day, and I was able to have mine sitting next to me.
The tension was palpable because we did not know. To the last second, we did not know how it was going to go.
You could sense that there was a wow, and to see some of the green lights or red lights go up that people didn't expect, and mine was one of those.
They took the vote in our favor, in everyone's favor. I was never so proud to be a citizen of Massachusetts as I was at that time.
Massachusetts led the way in America.
My wife and I got married on our 24th anniversary. It was the happiest night of our lives. The happiest night of our lives.
You need to be able to have the enjoyment of living life to its fullest.
Everything that we learned and everything that we did is a huge pay it forward.
Most of the time I only get 1 or 2 opponents. Now I have 4.
And I'm incredibly hopeful, especially in the New England area.
We have tools that no other state has, and that's that we have marriage in Massachusetts. We know how to make it happen here. We know how to keep it. We know how to, you know, proactively, you know, get people up and to stand up and fight for their rights. And I think that we have an obligation to do that.
We can't not step across the border and provide whatever our experience, strength, and hope is.
I have stories that I can tell that no other person will ever be able to for their entire lives.
And I will say one other thing. I want to end it in one other way. I live on the shores of Lake Chagagagog, Manchagagog, Chabonagungamog. And if you don't know what that means, it means you fish on your side, I fish on mine. And I made the best vote of my life with the gay people in the middle. God, I'm a happy man.